All right, eighth grade. This is lesson 17, using proportions. All right, we are going to be using proportions today. Our vocabulary: ratio, a comparison of two numbers; a proportion, a statement that two ratios are equal. We have some reminders. In the word elephant, the ratio of vowels to consonants is 3 to 5. This can be written as 3 to 5 or 3 to 5. Reminder: you can use a letter to stand for a number that you are looking for. Reminder: whatever you do on one side of an equation, you have to do on the other side. To solve an equation like 4 times y equals 20, you know that the value of each side of is 4 y's. If you need to find the value of 1 y, you divide both sides by 4. So 4y equals 20. So y equals 20 divided by 4, or y equals 5. A stationery store is selling pencils at 25 cents for 3. A sign on the counter also tells the price is for 6, 9, and 12. The cost of the pencils is 25 cents for 3. This is an example of a ratio. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers. Each of the other prices on the chart are the same ratio. So for 3, it's 25 cents for 3, 50 cents for 6, 75 cents for 9, or $1 for 12. The statement of the two ratios are equal is called a proportion. You can tell if two ratios form a proportion by comparing their cross products. To do this, you multiply the numerator, top number, of one of the ratios by the denominator, bottom number, of the other. So you would take 25 cents times 6 and 50 cents times 3. And then you do the multiplication on both sides, it comes out $1.50 equals $1.50. So DeWanda has $3.50. How many pencils can she buy? Solve this problem by writing a proportion equation. Let P stand for the number of pencils she can buy for $3.50. So we know that 25 cents equal to 3 equals $3.50 to how many pencils she can buy. If we use the cross multiplication, and I'm going to show you, if we cross multiply, I like to use that symbol. So you take 25 cents times P equals 3 times $3.50. When you do the multiplication on this side, you get $10.50. So then I like to box in my variable. So I know the opposite of multiplication is division. So if I divide both sides by 25 cents, these cancel out. So you get P equals $10.50 divided by 25 cents. To find P, divide $10.50 by 25 cents, or P equals 42. So Dewana can buy 42 pencils for $3.50. Now, we're going to start on this page and then we'll go over to the next. A copy machine makes 35 copies in 2 minutes. How long will it take to make 700 copies? That's the question. We'll go on to the next page to solve the problem. Okay. Let M stand for the number of minutes it takes to make 700 copies. Part A says complete the proportion. Well, from the page before, we knew it was 35 copies in 2 minutes. So over here, we know that we are going to make 700 copies, and we want to know how many minutes. So that's the proportion that we set up. Then if we cross multiply, we would have 2 times 700, and we would have M times 35. Then if I come down here, I'm going to have this be 35M equals 1400. Now, I box in my variable and I draw my line. I know since it's being multiplied, I have to divide both sides by 35. That cancels out, so I get M equals, and the answer is 40. So it takes 40 minutes. to do those problems. All right. Now, on problem number 2, it says choose the proportion that matches the problem, then solve. I'm making that a little smaller. So it says in 30 minutes, Pedro can walk okay, I'm going to erase that M. So in 30 minutes, Pedro can walk 2 miles. It says, how many miles can he walk in 90 minutes? Notice I have both sets of minutes on top, both sets of miles on the bottom. And I'm actually going to erase that M. All right, so now when I cross multiply, I have the equation of 30M equals 180. I box in my variable, I draw my line. I know since it's being multiplied, I have to divide by 30, and I get M equals 6. So the number of miles is 6 miles. So on problem number 3, you are going to use that example that I just did for you to solve problem number 3. If you want to pause the video now, you can do problem number 3 before going on to problem number 4. All right, in problem number 4, I'm going to set up the equation and then you have to solve it. And then in problem number 5, you're going to have to do both. So it costs $55 to run an ad for 3 days. So it's dollars over days. So we want to know how much would it cost, so we don't know the dollars, to run the ad. Let me put this another way. We want to know the dollars for 12 days. And that is supposed to be an equals sign. All right, so then if you cross multiply and set up your equation and then solve it, you'll get your answer in dollars. And don't forget to label it with a dollar sign. On problem number 5, you're going to set up the equation and solve it. When you can pause the video now and solve it, or you can wait and come back. In the application, it says use counters or paper clips of 2 different colors, model the ratio. Instead of using counters, I'm going to have you draw a picture. And you're going to show the ratio of 2 to 3. And then you're going to show me other ratios that are equal to it. Example is 4 to 6. What other equations can you set up, or what other ratios can you set up to be equal? All right, that's this lesson. Don't forget to finish the rest of the assignment. Submit it to me through Canvas when done. Good luck and have fun.